Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shades of Sasha. So let's just jump right into this look because it's step-by-step process and how we're basically gonna do it. I'll link below the items that I use, but pretty much these are the braiding hairs that I got from Amazon. And I really did this process because I wanted to see if it would really remove whatever kind of chemical that was a part of the braids to just make sure that it doesn't itch my scalp. And I do think it kind of worked, but not really at the same time, maybe because my scalp is not as sensitive as I thought that it was. But I would suggest doing that process if it is something that you feel is necessary. So you just want a shampoo, you're gonna want apple cider vinegar and just some hot water, and then you're just gonna leave it in there to just soak, and that's pretty much it. Not shampoo, correction, conditioner, and just leave it in there to soak. So to get into this process, the first thing that you're going to need to do is to section your hair in the little chunky parts that you want your hair to be in. Remember, this style, just like any style on my channel, you can always tweak it to the best of what it is that you know you want it to be. So if you want it smaller than what I have, go ahead and do that. If you want it larger than I have, also go ahead and do that. You just need to understand the premise in which I did this in order to just make it work the way that fits your frame or just works with your head shape or your hair texture or whatever the case may be. So once I section everything off and I kind of have the part that I want, I went in with rubber bands. I would suggest that using oil on the rubber bands could be helpful because I know sometimes people think that the rubber bands are a little bit too tight and it pulls on your hair. So that is a way around it in which I have used. So I just kind of go and add a little bit of moisture to that so that it doesn't tag or snag on my hair super intensively to the point that I'm just like, why am I even doing this? And I would really recommend that you make sure you take your time and just making sure that this is not super tight, because as you're going to see when we go throughout and add in the braiding hair to then do the twists, you're going to then make your hair tighter. So you want this to be as loose as possible, but not too much at the same time. So don't feel as if like you need to have it super tight, because you will be feeding in hair into your hair, which will then make the hair just a little bit tighter than what it is in the beginning. So again, I just wanted to show y'all how I did this part of the process because I know my video was kind of a little bit out of the frame, but here it is. You just want to go ahead and loop in some of the mini versions of the black elastic bands. Rubber bands is what I use, and like I said, feel free to make this as tight as you want, as chunky as you want, or as loose as you want. It's literally up to you. I just want to make sure that you understand the concept that I did in order to achieve the style. So once this part of the process is finished, I'll just let this run again so you could kind of really see what it is that I did. If you really need more of more detailing, kind of like what this looks like, then I'll go ahead and I'll show you the next step in this process. The woman that I would try is happy with a good guy. I've been drinking so much, I'ma call her anyway today. Fuck that nigga that you love so bad. I know you still think about the times we had. I say fuck that nigga that you think you found. And since you picked up, I know he's not around. Don't just say you can do better. Tell me, have you heard that lately? So once all of that is done, you're going to have all of these just loose little chunky twists, well, not even twists, just loose little chunky parts in your head, and you're going to go in with this latch needle and you're going to loop in the hair to just feed it inside of the actual twist that you have, well, the parting space that you have, but you want to go under the rubber band to just make sure that the hair won't loosen, like run along. Like, you really need this to be as in line as possible, just to make sure that this is going to be easy on you when it comes to the twisting part. Once you do this, you're going to then pull the twist apart, and you're going to twist in your real hair with the feed-in braiding hair, and you're just gonna go ahead and do that all the way down to the very end. And then I actually added another rubber band to the end of my twist to just kind of keep it in place. That is a version which you can do. If you don't want to do that, you could twist it all the way down, or even do like a little mini plait at the end, if that is what it is that you're feeling to do. Remember, like I said before, you can make this as chunkier as you want it or as small as you want it. I did later on go ahead and